Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's another beautiful Friday with your girl Bola Tito Fatoki at Spared Everyday. Of course, Spared Everyday is that platform where we talk about how to support our individuals with exceptionalities, and not just them, parents, caregivers, and professionals, any adult, child, siblings, anyone in the life of our individuals with exceptionalities. And of course, we took it a little further by helping and using this YouTube channel to assist the society, individuals in the society, to better understand these individuals. And if they do understand, if you and I are able to understand our individuals with exceptionalities, our individuals with special needs, I'm telling you, the world will be a better place. Stay tuned to today. We are going to be learning so much, and I am so excited as usual to be here. Yay! Our topic today is transition planning for our individuals with special needs. Transition planning. What is transition? What's that? What's the planning about? Why is this important? What is the benefit, or what are the benefits of planning early, planning transition early? Is this necessary? When do we start? All these questions will be answered today. But before I go right into that topic, I want to talk a little bit today. I want to talk a little bit about being open-minded. You know, I told you we're going to be picking one life skill with every video. So today's skill, advisable skill, something I'm going to advise y'all to have is to be open-minded. You know, I read somewhere, I read about, okay, what is being open-minded? Because a lot of time, people see individuals that are open-minded as naive, or they don't know what they're doing, they are weak in decision, or no, they can't just make decision on their own. But being open-minded is not all about that. Being open-minded shows that you are receptive to new ideas, shows that you can see things not just based on your own bias, or based on what you feel, or how you think on your own opinion, but seeing things with a clear conscience, seeing things with a clear mind. You know, when I read the meaning of being open-minded, it says to be receptive to new ideas. Then I thought about it. If I'm receptive to new ideas, then it means I'm being positive towards others. It means that I don't have to stress myself thinking that, oh, maybe this person, the way it's looking at me, maybe because of this. Or, you know, you will see people and they tell you, oh, I don't like how he looked at me because he looked at me, was mean to me. Or maybe I look ugly. Why don't you cut yourself some slack? Why don't you just be positive? Why don't you just not think for people? You know, a lot of times we get carried away thinking what other people are not even thinking. Based on the way we see them look at us, based on the way they react, we just conclude. You know, I was talking to a friend recently, and I was like, oh, come on now, just keep quiet. And then the next thing she said, oh, you mean I don't make sense? Being open-minded, telling my friend to say, just keep quiet. At that point, what I was thinking about is, girl, you're doing too much now. This is, you know, exaggeration. But I thought she didn't make sense. And even at times, you know, we see people look at us. We don't know them. And then all of a sudden, we're being conscious of who we are, what we're doing, because we feel the person is looking at us because what we're doing is bad, or he doesn't, or she doesn't like what we're doing, or because we feel that, oh, maybe I'm overreacting, or maybe I'm not saying it right. You know, when you go, for some people that have been opportune to go, you know, to train other people, you know, you're training and you're looking at people's expression. You know, I've just tried to learn that looking at people and trying to judge whatever thing they're thinking with the way they look is most times wrong. Maybe the person you just looked at just received a text message. It may be from the child's school. And she's like, oh my God, what kind of teacher just sent this to me? Or why did my child just do this? And that expression was based on that. But guys, to be open-minded keeps your mind at rest. To be open-minded helps you to give people a benefit of doubt. Until words are spoken, do not assume. You know, I always tell friends around me, people around me, like, if I don't say it, don't think that's what I mean. You know, when people talk to me and they said, oh, and based on his action or her action, that's what she was trying to tell me. My question is always like, did they tell you that or you just assumed? Open-mindedness is not being naive. It is not being indecisive. But it helps you in your personal growth. It helps you in your personal development. You know, we all don't want to be in one spot all the time. How can you become a leader if you're not open-minded when everybody that walks past your door, or you see two people, two of your colleagues or staff member talking, and you just assume because they all looked at you at the same time, they all feel, then you feel, oh, they were talking about me. Guys, lose it a little bit. You know, a lot of times we also see, you know, different people say, oh, this was sent to me. Oh, this image must have been because this person is trying to judge me. Or, you know, I remember a friend of mine, she does some kind of beauty videos, and she did that. And then we have another friend, you know, she spoke with that lady, like we are all friends. She spoke to her like maybe a week before, and she was like, oh, girl, you need to get your hair done. Something like that. Then our next beauty video was majorly how to take care of your hair, you know, all that. And then she ran to me and was like, you see what she did? You know, because I'm sure the video was all about me. And guess what? When I looked at this lady's agenda and her topic for almost a year that she has in her schedule, this topic has been there like forever. That was the time for that topic. So it wasn't about us. So ladies, man, everyone watching me today, I just want you to take things a little bit, you know, further. Be conscious. When people don't say it out, it is not just about you reacting or just trying to think somebody is over you or somebody is talking about you. Just be open-minded. Just give people a benefit of doubt. This helps in marriages. This helps as a parent. This helps as an educator in your different careers or area of work. This helps. And not just for your personal growth, not just to reduce stress, but it also helps you in being receptive to new ideas. It also helps you to welcome new information. We all don't know it all. There are times we want to make decisions for our children. If we are not open-minded, if we don't have the spirit of being teachable or to learn from others, if our heart is not just purely open, I'm telling you, it will be hard for us to even raise kids. Because there are a lot of information out there that you may have lost, you don't even know about. But being open-minded helps you to want to know that I don't know all of it. The way I'm reacting or thinking somebody's something, like, you know, when you're just thinking that this person is saying this, or the person is looking at you already assuming this is what they're saying in their heart. Who's stressed? You are the one that is stressed. So please, this is a life skill I want you to, please, add to that list today. I want you to put in your mind, to be conscious about it, that I am going to be open-minded. I am going to welcome new ideas. I am going to welcome new information. I am going to welcome and not assume, you know, by looking at people's reaction, by looking at people's, the way they're looking at you. Somebody may just be admiring you like, oh, wow, she's pretty. Oh, and you know, people's expression can differ. I may be looking at you and I'm like, oh, wow, I wish I'm like that or my hair is that long. I think I'm just all about my hair today because I really need to make my hair. you know. But, I might just be looking at you like, oh, maybe she has a pretty cloth. And you know how some people can just look at themselves and see the other people in them, and they're just so carried away. But you then turn around and saw them and like, she's looking like I'm ugly. Let me adjust my pants. Let me adjust my shirt. Maybe I'm too big or maybe I'm too slim. Just cut the slack. Be stress-free. Being open-minded helps you to be stress-free. Being open-minded helps you to work better with others. Being open-minded builds relationship. And I want you to take that seriously and add that to one of the life skills that you're going to, of course, not only acquire, but teach others around you, especially the younger generation. Being open-minded also helps us to see the ability in our individuals with exceptionalities and not the disability. Now let's go straight into our topic for today, guys. Let's do it. When we talk about transition, I already said it that the topic for today is transition plans for individuals with special need. When we talk about transition, we're talking about how is this child, or how is my child, my son, my daughter, how is this individual under my care going to move from this age of me having to be there all the time into the adulthood? How will this child, or what are the plans for this child when he grows older? What are the plans for this child when I'm not there? When I talk about transition plans, I always want to make mention of plans like for future employment. What is this child going to be doing? Is this child employable? Can my child work with others? Can he or she build a career? I want to talk about developmental growth. Okay, what is the plans? What are the plans on ground? My child will not be a baby forever. Probably this child cannot, walk on their own. This child needs help moving around. This child is not able to speak. This child cannot use their hands. Okay, as this child is growing and getting bigger, getting taller, going into adulthood, what are the plans? It's often easy for us to just forget all those things. The future is close by. It's often difficult for us to know that my baby is going to be an adult later. It's very difficult. Most times we forget because we have a lot of things to carry on our shoulder, going from this doctor's appointment to the other one, and it's just overwhelming that we fail to look at the future. But is transition important? Yes, it is. I give it a yes, a thumbs up. Transition is important. And it's not just for you. It makes life easy for any individual that will be in that child's life. Also, the part of transition I always want to talk about also is the education. Okay, is this child employable? I said that early. Can this child go to college? Is this child going to be learning a trade? Is it a vocational school? What is going on after my child leaves high school? What if this child cannot even get to high school? Because I know in some developing countries, underdeveloped countries, there's not so much plans for our individuals with special needs. So transition to you would definitely start early. In the United States, it starts around the age of 16. By the age of 14, every plan is already on ground. But now, when there's nothing to hold on to, where there's no guideline, this is when parents have to be involved 100%. When we are in a place or a country that people don't really know or talk about special needs children, then we're not just going to assume and just leave this child without having plans for them. And that is why at SPED Every Day today, we are talking about not just the importance of transitioning, but what do we need? What are we thinking about when we think transition? We're also thinking about living, daily living. What happens to this child? How is this child going to live? I've met families that they already have in their plans, God willing, that they live longer and siblings live longer. They already have plans of when this child is this age, it lives with sibling A. At this age, or after 2 years, sibling B takes over. Do we have such plans? Are you ready for that? Remember, you are not going to be there forever. So living where this child is going to live is very important as well. Is this child going to be in the nursing home? What are the plans? Have you started driving that child around there to see and to be familiar so that when we leave, like I always say, life can be so short for some and very long for others. But have we started taking this into consideration? How about community? How does a child integrate into the community? This is part of transitioning, guys. So it may look like, oh, we're doing this and doing that, but consciously, are you helping plan how this child integrates into the community? When we are talking about community, I would also want to mention that this child integrating within the family members, this child integrating amongst its other siblings, friends. There are going to be birthday parties, Christmas parties, New Year Eve, and many more, Easter, Islamic celebration that the family gets involved in, that other siblings get involved in. How are we intending, or how do we plan to integrate a child that is not outspoken, that is non-verbal, that cannot walk on their own, that has some kind of physical impairments, that would not even reason like his other peers? What are our plans to integrate them into the community? What are the plans to integrate them into the society? Also, independent living. Is this child able to live independently? We need to plan that transitioning. How do I move my child from this stage to the next? This child has been living with me since he was a baby, since day one. Okay? Now this child is going into an adult. He gets to be a teenager. Then it gets to 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 30. And how do I plan for this child? All these and many more are very important. How does my child function as an adult? So parents, I'm coming to you right now. Educators in the lives of this individual, I'm coming to you right now. In some countries have plans already. They have these laid down guidelines. People are watching and monitoring that all this progress are on there. But what are we doing in places that there's no guideline for such? So this is the time. This is a call to action, parents, to be able to understand that these steps that I've mentioned, the future employment of your child, education, can this child go to college? Is this child learning a trade? Does this child has a hobby that can be built on? What career can my child do? Is this child capable of even doing anything at all? If he's not, and he grows into an adult and no more the baby that I can just pick up, now this is an adult. How do we go from there? Very important, parents. I talked about transition plans for living, independent living, self-care. This is a child that you have to brush their teeth. So when this child becomes 18, is this still going to be you brushing it? Do you want to have a nurse? All those things have to be in plan. We need to plan all those. Now, how does transition work? I must say, very important. It has to be early. Do not wait till that child is an adult. Time will never stop or wait on anyone. Time flies. Your child is 1 today. Once the years start counting, I'm telling you, before you open your heart, close your eyes and open it, that child is 20. So you want to be sure that you start early, transition plans early. Do not wait till that child becomes an adult. And very important, one thing that you want to hold on to is, even as you're observing your child, even as you know your child, you have to be able to observe what your child likes to do. Most of our individuals with special needs, especially those with learning disability, We need to know what they like to do and build on that. And with that, we can create their transition plan. With that, we can have a set, we have something limited to work around. Oh, my child likes to make hair. My child likes to put on clothes and be fashionable. That child may be a model. So what? My child likes to write. Even if he's not able to write a complete novel, what about stories? I've seen, so we can build this, not just, we can build these skills so that when this child even is an adult and is not employable or still lives with us, there may be something to do. I'm telling you, I have seen people make a living out of just making Play-Doh or slime. I've seen individuals with exceptionalities that they know that their child, they're adults now, they can't really function well, they have learning disability, and some with cerebral palsy, cerebral palsy, yeah. And they are able, excuse me, that's me, I'm sorry. And they are able to at least help them. And this mother that I met, she'll make Play-Doh with her child, take it up, make slime with her child, different colors of slime, take it to her colleagues and sell. Let me tell you something, that child just made a living. Even if it is $1, but that child was able to make a living because the mom saw what that child could do. And she used that, and our goal is always to ensure that these kids, we make them or we do things to let them reach their highest potential. Your child's highest potential may not be my child's highest potential. To you, it may look like it's nothing. To you, it may look like, oh, what's that? But I'm telling you, to that parent, that's a lot. To people that know that child, that is huge. So let us observe our children and work around their area of interest to be able to effectively plan their transition. Also, all these skills that we have about our children, of this observation, we can start building on it to support them and then help them to age appropriately transition. So don't wait till the child is a teenager. Start early. If it is somewhere your child needs to live, it is an environment, take that child around there. Let that child be comfortable around there. If it is family function, integrating into the society, go around. Let your child see what's going on. Take your child to the store, to the market. Let your child see. If there's no harm pushing your child around, carrying your child, as long as you know that I'm helping my child transition, it's nobody's business, like I always say. So always use your child's strengths, your child's area of interest, preferences, observation, and achievement or progress to be able to determine how to write your child's transition plans. You get all those from observation. And remember, you cannot leave whatever adult that is in the life of this child out when you're planning transitioning. If your child has a teacher, you want to work with the teacher. Your child has doctors, you want to see and know what they've been observing. All this, it will also help you to understand the teaching strategies and the way that you personally as a parent will be able to work with this child. I'm telling you, I've had situations that parents have called me like, how do you get him to understand this? And I've also had a situation that I've called parents to say, when you want to let him know this at home, what do you do? So that is collaboration. Planning your child's transition, do not leave it just on the educator. Do not leave it just on the doctors. You have a big role, parents, to do this, into this, to play. And also the educators, do not just assume because in class you know everything, you see this child. You also have to collaborate with other adults. The speech therapists, physical therapists, the parents, let parents talk to grandparents, and let everybody come together and see, oh, this is my observation, this is how we do it, this is what he knows, this is how he learns better. Oh, I think if we go this route, this will be better. You know, we want to do all that. And like I said, transition plans is not just academic plans. It can also be the functional plans. How does this child move from I have to hold his hand to brush to the next level? When he's a little bit older and I can't lift him into the shower, how do we do it? Are we going to have to build a walk-in shower? Or wherever he's living, we're trying to build a house, or we're trying to get our house. What's the plans for this child? Parents, all these are many more are going to work for us and be right. I don't want to go all the way and lose you guys, talking about trans, because this is a deep topic, guys. This is huge. And this is not just not just planning, but planning things that will work right for our child. But planning things in ways that our child will be able to function well with those plans or with the plan. So again, today I want to tell you, transition, an early transition plan is very important. And this is key to places where there's nobody or there's no set guideline, because at the end of the day, you just see that while you're waiting for these guidelines, time is running fast and your child will not be able to benefit. Remember, transition plans also entail to know where your child lives, independent living, whether, or dependent living. Who is this child going to be with? How is this child going to function when I'm not there? When the parent falls sick, when there's a family dysfunction, what happens? So please, I'm urging parents, you need to take extra time. You have a lot on your plate already, but you need to also know that to ease yourself of future stress, to ease anyone left behind to take care of your child with special needs or future stress, get your transition plans ready. And not just tomorrow, starts now. List out all those things that you need to work on with your child. And I can tell you at SPED Everyday, if you need help with transitioning, email me, spedeveryday@gmail.com, or leave or drop a comment below this video and let me know, Bola Tito Fatoki, I need help with transition plans. And then I will be able to work with you. I can assure you, you got that from SPED Everyday. Yes, thank you guys for watching today. And before I leave, I just want to recap. What did I talk about? Remember, this week, as you step into the weekend, into the new week, the new month, the new year, stay open-minded. Be receptive to new ideas. You never know where you're going to get to from there, from listening to other people talk. Remember never to assume. Assumption doesn't bring anything good. Assumption creates a lot of negativity. If you need clarification, ask. If it is not a time or a place for you to ask, just let it go. But stay open-minded for your mental health, for your own positivity, and for your personal development and growth. And for transitioning plans, again, I would say, start early with that My Baby with You. Start early with my special SPED Everyday baby. And I can assure you, it is going to ease you of so much stress, and you'll be happy to do that. Thank you for watching my video today. I'm so excited. I don't know why I'm so excited, but I am really excited. I guess it's because it's Friday and I just love to share this information. Thank you again for watching SPED Everyday. Thanks for being a faithful supporter. Thanks for sharing this video, and I'll see you next week, guys. Bye.